Chapter 2 Summer Forever. What do you mean the Ice Princess is in trouble? Jed asked. Kara reread the message from Princess Aspen. The letter says her magic mirror is broken. She can't make it snow without her mirror. Kara shook her head. No wonder it has been so hot lately. I like the heat, Jed said. More sun means more food. For now, but more sun also means less rain, Kara said. Look at those tomato plants. Their leaves are yellow. If it stays summer forever, everything will dry up. Jed's eye widened. All our food will dry up too? He asked. Kara nodded. That's why we have to help Princess Aspen and save our kingdom. What do we know about fixing magic mirrors? Jed asked. Not much, Kara admitted, but someone needs to help. You always want to go on adventures, Jed said with a groan. Come on, I bet your Gram won't mind, Kara urged. As if by magic, Gram came outside. Mind what? She asked. The two of us want to go on an adventure, Kara said. Graham smiled and said, That's what young people are supposed to do. I will go pack snacks for your big adventure. She went back inside. See, Kara said, your Graham thinks we should go. But we don't know where the ice palace is, Jed said. Kara pulled a map out of her bag. Here, look. It's less than half a day's walk. If we leave now, we'll be there in time for dinner. Jed's eyes widened. Do you think they eat ice cream at the Ice Palace? I bet they do, Kara said. Barely a minute later, Jed's bag was packed. There was a crow sitting on his shoulder. Is that bird coming with us? Kara asked. Rooster can come if he wants, Jed said. What about Nina? Kara asked. The goat loved to follow Jed around. Nah, she doesn't like the cold, Jed said. We shouldn't take her to an ice palace. Graham came out of the cottage with sacks of food. This should last Jed until lunchtime, she said with a wink. Have fun, you two. As they set off, Kara's head buzzed with excitement. She was finally going on an adventure. Chapter 3 To the Ice Palace. As a royal messenger, Jed was used to traveling far and wide to deliver letters. But he was not a good traveler. As they walked along the road, Jed kept stopping to fix his shoes or have a snack. I think it's time for a nap, he said when they paused for the first time. We'll be there soon, Kara said, pulling him along. But it didn't feel as though they were near the ice palace. The air was still hot, and there was no sign of snow. Finally, Kara spotted 4 towers in the distance. They were sharp and shiny like a giant fork aimed at the clouds. Look, it's Aspen's palace, Kara said, pointing. Wow, Jed said. I didn't think it would really be made out of ice. The palace was sagging like a snowman in the sun. It's melting, Kara said. Do you think their ice cream is all right? Jed asked, sounding worried. We better hurry, Kara said. After that, the journey went much faster. The air grew cool and dry. Soon they were crunching through slushy snow. When they got to the palace, Kara could see that its walls were frosty blocks of ice. She could almost see through them. A big green wall stood on the other side of the palace. Did someone build that to protect the ice palace from the sun? Kara wondered. Jed knocked on the palace door, and it swung open. A guard pulled Jed and Kara inside. Hurry! Before a chunk of ice falls on you, he said. Inside, the palace was gray and cold. The hot sun, which barely shone through the ice walls, fell far away. The palace was crammed with guards. They were tall and stooped, with pale skin and blue eyes. They wore thick coats and gloves. Kara had never seen trolls like them before. They looked as if they'd been carved from ice. Then she realized that they were winter trolls. She had only read about them in books. Two of the guards searched Kara's bag. Hey, don't touch that, Kara said as one of them sniffed her map. Just then, a winter troll girl, about Kara's age, hurried through the door. She was dressed for summer, in shorts and a t-shirt. Out of my way, the girl said. She had a large sack on her back. She pushed past Kara and Jed and headed for the stairs. Suddenly, the sack on her back moved. Kara wanted to ask what was inside, but the girl was already gone. Chapter 4, Princess Aspen. Did you see that? Kara asked Jed, staring after the winter troll girl. See what? Jed asked. The princess? What princess? Kara asked. Her, Jed pointed. Kara turned and gasped. A woman in a swirling white dress strolled toward them. A crown of icicles sat on her head. It seems to be melting. Kara couldn't believe it. She was in the same room as a real princess. Jed sunk into a low bow. Kara followed his lead. He'd been around royalty a lot more than she had. Hello, Princess Aspen, Kara said. We are here because we heard about your broken mirror. We've come to help, Jed added. Is this a joke? Princess Aspen asked. Water from her crown dribbled onto her forehead. What do you mean? Kara said. I've asked every king and queen for miles around to help, but they've sent 2 children and a pigeon? Pigeon? The princess asked with a glare. He's a crow. His name is Rooster, Jed said. And no one sent us, Kara said. We came on our own. That made Aspen glare more. She turned to leave. Your Highness, wait, Kara called out. We've come all this way. Could we at least see the magic mirror? The princess sighed. Fine, she said. Follow me, but don't touch anything. Kara nodded as Jed put his hands in his pockets. Then they followed Princess Aspen up the icy staircase.